Hey, Mr. Alatorre, this is Brian Bourne, speech number 3, informative. In today's America, most of us spend a lot of time every day traveling in automobiles. Most of the time we don't even pay attention to the types of risks that we're taking. According to the Commission for Highway Safety, the best way for us to reduce our risk while traveling in an automobile is to wear our safety belt. Although this is not rocket science, the Seatbelt Commission program states that 35% of people do not regularly wear their seatbelt, and at any given point in time on the road, as much as 38% of people are not properly restrained. This trend seems to be most prevalent with people under the age of 35. Although this age group represents the highest risk drivers with the most drunk driving accidents, seatbelt citations, speeding, and crashes, and they still are the least likely to buckle up. Failure to wear your safety belt is the #1 cause of fatality in auto accidents. According to CarAccidents.com, 63% of people that were killed last year in auto accidents were not wearing their seatbelts. At the current rate of usage, seatbelts saved 9,500 lives last year. Now, if we could actually up the usage to 90%, it would save an additional 5,500 lives a year and also prevent 132,000 injuries. Other evidence from the Commission for Highway Safety reports that the health care bills for people in automobile accidents that are not properly restrained is 50% higher than people that were wearing their safety belts. This translates for the American taxpayer and the insurance payer $580 a year that you're paying towards the cost of the auto crashes. And this is due to these people paying 85% of the crash cost. So if we could up the seatbelt usage to 90%, it would save the American taxpayer and the insurance payer $8.8 billion annually. Now, wearing your safety belt may not be just important in the event of an automobile accident. It could also catch up to you with the law. It is currently against the law in all 50 states to not wear your safety belt. There are quite a few different programs, but the most popular one is the Click It or Ticket program, which has its roots in all 50 states. This is a program where officers perform visual checks to see that people are wearing their safety restraints, and in the event that they're not, they're issued citations. Now, these vary from state to state, but could be as much as $150 to $200 plus the cost of court. Now, wearing your safety belt is also important for your children as well. There's research that correlates that when the parent is wearing their safety belt, their child is 87% more likely to also be wearing their safety belt. This goes to show that if you use good habits while you're in an automobile, it's going to carry on to your children, who will also make it part of their routine while in an automobile. And just to wrap this speech up, I have a quick personal story. When I was in middle school, I was actually riding in a van with my mom, and we dropped my brother off at the high school. So I jumped out front to get into the front passenger seat, and I was going to put on my seatbelt, and I remarked that it really didn't make a difference because we were only going about 6 blocks to get to the middle school. My mom said, you know, you never really know what could happen, so about that time I went ahead and clicked in my safety belt. Less than 30 seconds later, we were involved in a rear-end collision, which could have been a lot worse than it was, although I was wearing my safety belt, so I walked away with no injuries. Thank you guys for your time.